Hello, everyone. I hope you are well. It has been way too long since I have done a live. I'm checking now to make sure I am live. You know me, I probably won't see it that much as I usually get into the live and I kind of forget what's going on. I hear myself. Okay. So what I wanted to do is to talk to everybody. Number one, happy July. I can't believe July is here already. And we are coming up onto our second anniversary for Young Learners Curriculum. And I think it's like the third or fourth for the original curriculum. And everything is trying to kind of getting like a facelift, and there's a lot of updating going on. You know me, I think I do have ADHD because I don't like to keep things the same all the way. And as a creator, I am always looking to do something better, to make it different, to stand out. And with the extensive testing that we do, we really get to stay ahead of the game that way. And because I do have many students and I have a variation of groups as well as one-on-one, I have native students and non-native students. So through the testing, we see what's working and what's not working. And recently, we did probably about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, we did the Tooth Fairy. And I was asked to do a showcase class. And it was the older book. I don't know why I chose to do Tooth Fairy with them, but they were 12 years old and they did not like it. So that then started me with the Narwhal, a more realistic adventure. And it was really nice. And it was for older kids and it's more realistic. So we're going to keep adventures like that up as well because it was really good. And then because we were doing a showcase lesson, I decided just to go completely off rails, out of the box, somewhere new. I didn't want everything to be looking the same. I didn't want to have the same as everybody else, using the same tools as everyone else. I wanted something that was different and that was stand out and that was unique. And we already had been using stories, and a lot of people think, oh, well, what good is reading? Why only a story? Anybody that teaches reading knows that you can teach so many interdisciplines in reading, not just reading. In our narwhal story, which I think I'm going to see if I can try to show live if it doesn't lag too much. Um, we have geography, we have math, we have science. Then we have the story itself, which is very informative. So and it's more realistic. And we looked at it in a new approach where instead of doing just things on the slide, I had them going into a window within a window and playing games. So it was really gamified and they were able to master it. But in the end, I realized there was just so much information about the narwhal that by the end, through Jeopardy, they answered all the questions right. But the lessons were too long to get through because we're looking at over 100 slides, slides within slides. And it was taking longer than the typical two, maybe max three lessons. Most of our interactive story lessons are built in three-way. It's project-based learning. The first part of your lesson will be going through all of the vocabulary, getting them to master it. We take it slow. We ask a lot of questions. We play a lot of games. Then we have them using the words in their own sentences, which is really taking you through the Bloom's taxonomy. I am a teacher from a classroom, so I do know a lot about the Bloom's taxonomy. And it's not read and recollect, read, recognize, read, recognize, which is always at the bottom. This is up at the tip top. It's where you're actually asking them to create something. And this is where kids learn the most. And this is where they thrive the most, especially now that they're all digital learners. You have to have multiple things going on. You can't just teach them through a PDF anymore. That is like so boring for both of us, I think. I do have even class presentation tools, and I always veer away from the class presentation tool, even if I'm provided it to teach the kids. Yeah, they're great. Yeah, it has a couple things, but it's not as interactive as these interactive lessons that we as teachers are creating, especially online, because it's a different realm. This is not the same as a classroom. So we have to look at it in a different way. And the best thing about it is we go at the pace of our kids. We don't go at a breakneck pace like we do for companies. And I do work for some companies and I still use my own stuff. I'll keep their stuff just to make them happy, but I will always add different things to it, like different board games, different things to help them master, just like if we were in a classroom. So let's try to, I wrote everything down so that I can try to stick to it. So I don't want to take too much of your time. It's my day off for creation, but it's not your day off. I know it's not really a day off, but at least I'm not in the class. So we've gone over a lot of things have been updated. We always do strenuous testing. Anything that I release has already been tested with the kids, has been changed and done over. Like recently, I probably have like 6, 7 stories that still aren't out because there's still testing going on. With narwhals, I'm thinking about lowering it, but I don't want to because it really had a good reaction from the kids. The kids did like awesome with it. And they did master everything about narwhals. And I even had 5-year-olds telling me, we have like one where we're cleaning up the pollution. And the kid was actually telling me, it was so cute. She was telling me, I have a question in there and I asked them like, why should we clean up the pollution? Why is it important? And she said, because they're going to get hurt. Our we're responsible for the narwhals because we dump things in the ocean. And there's one part where they're picking up stuff from the ocean. And I asked them like, what would a net do? And then they show like the injury that it would cause and stuff. So it was really, really good so that they got to see something like in real life. Now, another thing too, we're introducing timing. Timing is so important for many things. Number one, it keeps us on task. Number two, it keeps the student on task. Number three, it gets them ready for testing because when they are in school and they're going to be doing tests, they're not going to have an entire day to answer a question. So it's really important that we stay on timing. And the great thing is that when the time is up, it just covers the entire window. And then you as teachers have, the ability just to double click it. It'll go right back to where they are if they need more time, or you can just move on. So at first, some of them kids were like the kids were a little bit apprehensive about it, but then now they're doing better. And I can't believe the results that I'm seeing from these kids. I've got kids that hated writing now that really like writing because now we're introducing word clouds, we're introducing writing. For the younger kids, we're going to do co-stories. For the older kids, it's going to be a little bit more of them on their own, or you could do one line and they can do one line. There's no rules. It's not a Bible. You don't have to follow it exactly. But there's a lot more co-writing and independent writing now. Also, I've introduced self-correction, which is so vital and so important that I have teenagers. And if they don't know how to correct themselves or they don't know how to look at their mistakes, they're going to have a hard time when they're doing these tests, a lot of this testing that's going to get them into colleges. And even at younger kids, it should start really younger. So when they're doing like a lot of the self-assessment, this is really good for us. First, I give them like a minute to do some self-correction and they're going to correct their own writing. And you just let them look because they're going to know their mistakes because it's usually the same ones they're doing over and over and over again. And then they have like a 2-minute window or a 3-minute window. And then once that's over, there's going to be a little thing that's going to pop up and it's ask them to self-assess first. And then we're going to do what's called a rating, but we're not going to do a rating. I'm going to grade you. No, I want them to grade themselves so I can see how is their how do they feel about themselves? Do they have good self-esteem or is it low? And usually like the younger ones or some kids that aren't used to grading will say, oh, well, I don't know. You grade me. No. I want to see how you like it. And if they have trouble, then I'll just say, how did you like the activity? Is it good? Is it very good? Is it excellent? And then sometimes they'll grade themselves low and below it as either a parent or as a teacher. You also have a chance to grade them below what they've graded themselves. And I always let them grade themselves and then I grade them after. So this is really good. And then also now in listening, I'm doing differentiated listening. So this will be that they listen to something twice and they're going to either choose. Actually, it's self-choice. They're going to have a chance to choose between two activities, a normal activity or a more challenging one. And I hate to tell you, like 99% of the kids are choosing the challenging one. They want to challenge themselves. So you may be surprised when you offer them the easy way, which isn't really easy. They still have to remember, or something a little bit more challenging. They're going for the challenge. They don't want the easy road. And that really surprised me. And I was so happy and impressed by the kids that they were choosing the challenge. Also, there's some new types of activities like um, I'll show you some of them. I'm going to show you the narwhal, but we're not going to make all the lessons this long because by the end, it was hysterical. There was so much narwhal that it was amazing. They learned so much about the narwhals. Um, Also, along with the STEAM projects, we're introducing class vlogs. Now, class vlogging is amazing for kids that are online and they don't have a chance to see other kids. This is a way that they can teach each other. And of course, you have to get permission from the parents. Ask us if you need a permission slip. We have one already ready. And what it does is it states to the parents that what we're using this for is to build sense of community and let them see other kids. Kids teach other kids. And I came up with that idea because I remember in class, kids learn from kids so much faster than they also learn from us. So to have them state something that they learned, number one, it's more modern. It's vlogging. The kids don't have to go writing. It's great, but it's also something that it's not the only thing. Kids are more digital. So give them the chance to show off, get their skills, get good at public speaking, get good at teaching each other. And they actually really like that. And then the end activities also now they're including some more things like we have one focused on a design one so that the kids are getting a chance to design with the role, like whatever the scenes are, they're going to design their own scenes. The second one, they'll have a quick time to design the scene, and there's going to be a role play. Then maybe if it's not a role play, we're going to ask them to create their own script. And then the third one is the free drawing, because you have those little artists out there that like to free draw. And we changed it to be like Pictionary. So you can divide the board, and your student is on one side, you're on the other side. You keep that timing up, and you just go through it with each other, trying to guess what we're drawing from the story, and then of course show and tell. And then always we end up with the projects with a project. It's going to be something that a STEAM project, and trying to add observation sheets so we can see how they feel about that project. So it's like a three-part project. One, they build a project. Two, they have their observation sheet. And then three, there's a sample script, maybe if we can give it to them, or they can make their own sample script so that once they're done, they can create a vlog. The vlog is multi-purpose. It helps people get to know who you are as well. And it opens up and it expresses their minds and shows their strengths. And it really helps them for the future because there's so many things now in the future that they're going to be working with that is computer based. So now let me just share now. And I know many people are working right now, but I decided I'll just come in and go through this because I had just finished some stuff up. Now I've got to go into where is my Zoom? Where is my Zoom? La 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 la. And I'm going to share the screen. I don't know if you're going to see this, but one thing I love about Zoom right now is they have like these look at the hearts, and you can do it in a meeting, but in the meeting it's much harder. But you can do like all of these things now in the thing. So yeah, this is my sidetrack mind. Oh, that's why I wrote. I hope you can see them. Okay. So we're going to share screen. Let's see. Where am I going to share? It only shows application windows. No, I don't want application windows. It says untitled document. Oh, that might be it. I kept the notes down for myself. Yeah, it is it. Okay, I put the notes for myself because I didn't know where I was going. Okay, so let me see if we can see amazing narwhals. Okay, let me check well, this is going to be a minute behind. Okay, so the screen starts out the same. You know, it is a digital library card. So let me make this a little bit bigger. So it is a digital library with or without audio. You can hear the page turn. And actually with narwhals, there actually is no background music. That's good. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Okay, so let's say this is called the demo lesson. Okay, and we're going to go into, okay, and then, so yeah, you can click the hand. Sorry. Oh no, I got to put my name. Oh no, I lost my name. Demo. Okay, sorry, having a little fun here. Okay, so this is the first question that's going to kind of get their knowledge. See the timer, it's going. So you're going to ask them their question. Look at the marine animals on the left. Do you know what they are? And can you tell us the name? And you just give them a minute, let them think it out because you know they have to think about it and give them clues. And a lot of the kids are saying that it's a dolphin. And I say, no, but it does live in the ocean. And then I think of the other animals. And then after the time is up, which it will be in a minute, but I'm just going to do it quickly, you just click on the N and it's a pod of narwhals. So then we're going to go through our vocabulary. This is going to be changed. See, that's why I haven't released a lot of it. Okay. And then on the word clouds, they see all these words. Narwhal. Of course, you can click them.
Tusk, unicorn, live.
And we want to know, what do all of these words have in common? And this will try to prepare them for the story that's coming up, and it's really good for them to see it. And then it gives them, again, another minute, let them think about it. This is before even the lesson. And then we're going to go into our dictionary. Now, the dictionary, you don't have to, the one thing I like about the newer dictionary is you don't have to tell them everything. If they already know it, there's no need to go over it a million times. And the images do become bigger. And let's see. And then, of course, if you just want to reveal, then this one's for the reveal. Or maybe you don't, you can click it again. You can listen.
Unicorn, meaning a make-believe animal with a horn. Sentence, I like stories about unicorns.
Okay, and it's not necessary to ask them yet to do the sentence on their own, but some of them will be able to go through this fast. Others are going to need a little bit of help. Then I added a lot of the directions too, so that you can read the directions as you're going through. Now, this is where we've introduced movement. With the youngest one, there's 2 pictures. With the older ones, 3. With the oldest story, there are 4 pictures. So instead of them always saying this, or click, 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 I want them to do some actions. So I introduced doing actions as answers as well. So you don't have to always ask them, and then you can pick it. Like you can say to them, what does unicorn mean? And then when they run in place, you click it and then hit send. Now, this is the younger one. So they say the sentence and you write it. And then you're going in the I like unicorns. And if you have older students that are in grade 1 or grade 2 that can write sentences, go for it. Let them do it. I do have a 5-year-old that she's really good at writing. Not all kids are. And if you look, there's a little heart blinking. Now, what's going to happen is when the time runs out, there's going to be a little thing here that's going to pop up, and it's going to ask them to correct. So maybe I should lower the time. That might be a little bit long. But what's going to happen is it'll ask them to correct their sentence. Could they have said anything better? What's wrong with your sentence? Make sure your grammar is there. They need those tips to self-correct. So what's going to pop up is a chance for them to actually self-correct. And if we wait, da, 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 again, I guess I shall do this a little bit faster. And there's a send button here and there's a send button here. So you send that. And it just tells them, let's move on to the next page, but we're not going to move right this second. I'm going to have some coffee to watch the 30 seconds go down. And a 30, and a 20, and a 10, and a 9, and an 8. Oh, wait, we're still 19. 18, 17, 15, 14, 13. Yes, I actually bite my tongue in class so that I don't overwhelm the kids with my presence. That they still think I'm 18, which is actually quite cute. They only know. Okay, time has run out. It says, now you are your own teacher. Read your sentence, find any mistakes you see, and then click the heart when you're done. Okay, so get them talking about the images or something. Just let that time run out. Then they have the rate your work based on your corrections. You ask them to rate themselves, and then you will rate after. And if you see the little eyes, the eyes are still there. If there's any issues, you see any problems, this is telling you what you can do. And then here you can contact us if there's any issues. Click to contact via email, contact with feedback. And I see I have to correct that one. See, there's so many things I have to do. And then again, we do the same thing. And then there's something now a little bit more fun. Okay, we did 2 of those activities. They're great. They take time. Now let's have some fun. They all love the automated hidden pictures. And if you wanted to go faster, you can click them. And it's coming down the time. And when they finally guess the word, you just click the star to see if they're right. Okay, we do this for 3. This is so, and they are timed so that in 1 minute it will be over. And by the time it's over, the images will all be, the tiles will all be removed. And I have different tiles. I can do 16, 20, 25. Just this one, I like this one. This is pretty, it's nice. And then now you're going to co-create a story. This is the younger level. And even with the older level, you can co-create the story. It's just a lot of fun. So they're going to build it with the new vocabulary, and the beginning of the story is here. They use the image, and that helps them. Then they click it, and then they have different choices. I've even changed the stickers now for a different story because we've had these stickers for a while. And then we have the listening here. They're going to read out loud twice, and then they're going to listen to it, and they can choose a normal challenge, a normal activity, or a challenge. And like I said, many are choosing the challenge. They like that much better. Then this is the gamified learning and reading together. There's directions right here on how to use it. There's so many things now inside of it. And here your I is for you always, and then the star will always lead to an activity. The first page, we did not lead to a star. So that's not a page anyway. It's just the beginning. And then as usual, the guided questions are right here, your guided questions, and then just circle the image and do what you need to do. Also here, this is the first page, and you can see they have the reading, the images here, where to go. Then the I is for you, the star is for the student, and there's different activities, and you can click on the music or shut off the music. So I did add the music there. Okay, hold on. And because of the streaming, it doesn't want to work. Hold on. Usually click on or click off, but this is because of the streaming. Okay, and easy enough to get over. Okay, and what I do is you give them that time to memorize the different parts of the narwhal. They click it and they learn each body part, which is really good. And then when the time is up, it's going to cover the slide, and they're going to ask them to name the different body parts as a quiz. And here you can rate how well that they do over on the right once this closes over. Let's see. And it seems like there's 2 of them on top of each other. I'll fix that. There's your time is up, and you can open it again and grade them. Okay. And then it goes through that. Then we have talking about the narwhal's teeth. This is measurements. For this activity, we have measuring in this one. And then for this one, this is talking about the nerves. And then they also here, they are going to see the narwhal's tooth and they can brush it, which I hope they don't, because the nerves are on the outside. So we have to explain to them, what the nerves are and why they are important. On this one, we are going through creating a happy place. I think I'm going to be doing them on every other slide, because to do them on every slide, there is a lot of work that you're going to be doing. And this one is the cold and safe, and this talks about the areas of the world. They can hear it. It's an interactive map. They memorize them. When it closes down, you're going to ask them about the different countries. They can tell you how many, so the older ones can actually name them. And then this is their diet. And then the kids are going to use what's called echolocation with the teacher. And they're going to be looking for their food. And then you can move the stuff over and then click the food. And let me see. Okay, let's see. Okay, move the bag out of the way. And then click the food to go in his mouth. Okay, this one, the other one, it does it, and the food actually talks to them. So yeah, we're still working on some of it. I am. It's not we, it's a me. So there's only so much that I can do. So this, and then here they're going to suck up that food. Then you ask the kids to suck up their favorite foods if they're a narwhal, and which foods would they eat and why. And then the ratings are always right there at the bottom for you after. Then here they're talking about holding their breath and they can dive deep. Here, again, they're going to do math. They're going to put 15 football fields on top of each other. And then the narwhal is going to swim down, 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 so they can see the difference. Let's see, where else are we? We're doing la 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 la. Deep diving finds food. Avoid enemies. Gotta find food and avoid some enemies. Okay, here we're learning about the body parts, and this is the younger kids. So what does each body part do and how does their adaptions help them? And then why do they have flippers? Most of the kids can figure out swimming fast. And the older kids have, I think, different body parts as well. And why are they special and why do they need our help? Just because they're narwhals and we want to draw one and show them how much we love him. And then this one we have, la 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 la, protect from pollution. This is the one that I got really good feedback from the kids because they went through the ocean, la 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 la, and we talked about what's good, what's not good, and then they click each thing and they're picking up the ocean. And why is it important that we clean up the oceans? How does it affect them when there's a tire there or there's a plastic bottle? And the little kid actually was able to tell me that the net would hurt the narwhal because his tooth has nerves on the outside and, the horn. And not all narwhals have horns. And I learned as much about the narwhals as the kids did. There was, it was just a very interesting animal. Then that was the pollution one. And then this one is about keeping them safe. Why should we keep them safe? So we're going to make a Save the Narwhal poster. They're going to draw on their poster. They're going to talk about it, what they're doing and why they're doing it. And then we are finally done with this section. Then we have the comprehension. The comprehension was so much fun because it is Jeopardy. So I actually made the Jeopardy. This took forever because it's only on one slide. Most of it's on one slide. Anybody that's ever seen Jeopardy in PowerPoint or anything else, we have like a million slides. It goes everywhere. Well, I built everything inside. So it runs much smoother, much faster. And it asks the question.
What are narwhals?
That the teacher is the host. Let them answer their question. No, we don't have double jeopardy, but we should. Dun, dun, dun. And then at the end of the time, they answer the question. What is sea creatures with long tusks? And it's so cute. They're all answering what is at the end. So it's a timed one. So they only have 5 minutes and you and them can play together. Or if you have a couple of students, they like to play with each other. And then at the end of this, they go to the star and whatever their score is, then they can like before these were all on separate pages. Again, I put everything together. If they have less than 500, not bad. If they have 1100, wow, so many different things. Okay, then we're going into grammar. Grammar, we go through the rules and let's review what is a noun, talk about what a noun is, talk about what a verb is and an adjective and use those pictures to describe them. And then they're going to go into one of my favorite activities. Yes, anybody, do you know what that is? That is a Mad Lib. The kids actually loved it. So let's see. Red, sorry. Big, beautiful, and banana, car, and swim. In the end, they have to put their name or it's going to forget their name because of the coding, because we've written stuff in. So it's very important they write their name at the bottom for coding purposes for the next pages. And then we're going to reveal the story. I need to make it a little bit darker there as well. So Once upon a time in the chilly Arctic, there was a red narwhal named Ted. Ned, named Ted, yeah, Ned. Ned had a tusk so big it often got him into beautiful situations. One day, so you get the idea. It's a Mad Lib, and then you can close it and do it again. Change. They like the Mad Lib. I like the Mad Libs too. I was like, I want to make a Mad Lib, and there's just no codes for them, so I had to create them from my own little head. Okay, so we are done with that, and then how do I get back? Oh, there's an X, an X. Okay, so we have grammar in there too. Then we have our activities, and the activities are for different people, different things you can do. We have design, write, draw, and our final project. And our final project is here, and the kids can set up, get dressed like a narwhal, pretend in the vlog, and it just texts to them that, let's say they're a narwhal. I was watching Aquaman, and I came up with this idea when Aquaman at the end went to talk to the people on how they can work together. So the narwhal is going to you, you're the narwhal, and you're going to the people to tell them how can they save you. So, and the little download is right there as well. So I hope you like the updates. I know it's so long. Um, but it was really great to do these. And I was just holding out and waiting, and I just wanted something a little bit different and new. And this one only has 50. That's not true. It says 50 slides, but with all of the things inside of the slides, it's over 120. Like when I do a PDF, it's hysterical. The PDFs now take me forever because there's so many windows upon windows. Each window is like a separate page, like if you're doing a PDF. So the PDF is so long. And if you have any questions and you need any special training, I'm here. I'm so happy that any of you are tuning in. And again, I know it's a very long live, but I did try to stick to the script. It's not very long. It's 49 minutes. I thought it might be longer, but I really wanted to update everybody and tell everyone what's going on. And again, sorry for the late releases, but as you see, even now I saw a couple of mistakes. So I'm trying to find all these errors. And because they're so much longer and they're so involved, it's taking a lot longer to do the testing. But we will be releasing two more stories today. I fixed them this morning, and they are Where Lost Teeth Go. I also had that for the older kids, but I decided against not using it for the older kids because of the feedback I got from the kids that were 12 and older. They really did not like the Tooth Fairy. I had a 17-year-old. He liked it, but he's like me. He doesn't, we're young at heart always. So have a wonderful day, and everybody enjoy your time. And for those that are celebrating the 4th soon, have fun, go outside, see fireworks, and maybe I'll get outside today because it is my day off, but I'm really not fond of the 90+ degree weather here. I like the AC and the fan. Yes, I have the AC and the fan on. And I, again, hope everyone has a great day. See you. Bye.